So a question I get a lot is, how can I get all the protein I need while fasting? It seems impossible to get 1 gram per pound. Okay, so this is really interesting because let's go back for a moment. I have been teaching you all metabolic flexibility, where you have an eating window and you have a fasting window. Fast Like a Girl was about the fasting window. It introduced that and how important it was to move in and out of this fasting and eating window. We call it metabolic switching. Then I taught you Eating Window with Eat Like a Girl. Those two books coming together are an example of here's your metabolic formula for women. Now, in the eating window, the protein is getting a lot of press these days because we have been a protein deficient society. We haven't put enough emphasis on protein. I think it's a great conversation. And in that, we are hearing things like 1 gram of protein for every pound of ideal body weight you want to be. So remember, it's ideal body weight. So when we're fasting, depending on how long our fasting window is, if our eating window is really small, getting protein in that level of protein in on a regular basis can be difficult. But here's what I want to point out to you is that this is why we don't do the same type of length fast over and over again. If you're pretty much doing 5 days a week of a 15 to 17-hour fast, that leaves you eight hours, like 7, 8, 9, 10 hours of eating. You should be able to get your ideal body weight, the grams per pound of ideal body weight. Let me give you some ideas. If you do protein shakes, double up on the scoops. I like beef sticks. I do a lot of beef sticks. I like jerky. Beef jerky is it's got the highest amount of protein. So, because it's dehydrated meat, so you can eat more. So make sure you're eating more jerky if you eat meat. If you don't eat meat, then you're going to need to lean into more of the legumes. You're going to need to lean into more of the powders and the protein powders. Cottage cheese has a high amount of protein. Eggs has a high amount of protein. In Eat Like a Girl, I mapped out the protein amounts. I have lists after lists after lists for you so you can be smart about your protein. Now, I will also say that in my Reset Academy, we've been playing with this. We have thousands of women over there that we all fast together, we eat together, we work out together on Saturday mornings. It's a beautiful community. Come join me over there. And one of the things that we discussed amongst the community there was we don't want to count anything. I don't want to count calories. I don't want to count macros. I don't want to count protein. The idea of a healthy lifestyle should be an effortless living where you're just kind of doing things on a regular basis and it's keeping you healthy. So make sure that you just have protein with every meal. When you go to snack, do you snack on protein? I mean, I just came up into my office to do this solo episode, and I had a breakfast where it had an egg, it had beans, it had chicken, it also had some sweet potatoes, and I had the eggs, beans, and chicken first to make sure I got the protein in there first. And then I do jerkies a lot. I do meat sticks. I'm now doing the collagen powder in my coffee every morning. So these are ways that you can get protein, sneaky bits of protein in over and over again. But don't get obsessed with it. And if you go into a longer fast, like 2 days or 3 days, it's not going to kill you to not have enough protein for a few days. It's just if you were doing 2 and 3 day water fasts every single week that eventually those muscles are going to break down.